Welcome to the newsstand of the hottest new podcast, Opinions 2 Million, with your hosts, Big G, Money Mo, and Shawnee, where we'll be discussing the latest and greatest heat from the culture. Man, did you hear that beat drop? You ain't ready. Let's get straight into it. Opinions to reach 1 million followers, opinions to reach $1 million. New pod dropping every week. I officially welcome you to Opinions 2 Million podcast. Let the beat rock. We back at it for another one, man. We got the original gang in the building.
Original.
Money Mo, Shawnee,
Yes, sir.
Big G. Man, we officially graduated, boy. We hit episode 21. We at legal drinking age now. Now we can sit back, put our feet up, man. We didn't really sold the raw oats, you know what I'm saying? We almost ready to be veterans in the podcast game. It's like, nah. But man, we ready to get straight into it, man. What are we talking about today? All right, man. So we're going to talk about Tory and Meg. Y'all know about that debacle. Man, what's going on with DaBaby, man? They forcing him to pick sides. Kanye West recently released Donda 2. Man, we also got to talk about, man, who can use the N-word? There's a lot of controversy going on about the N-word. And there's recently released the rapper's income list. We're going to talk about that. Man, Kyle Rittenhouse is going crazy. He said he's suing everybody, including Whoopi Goldberg, man. Then we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about there's been a recent string of bomb threats to HBCUs all throughout the East Coast and the South. And also, man, you got to save for the future. We're going to talk about what's your plans for your retirement, man. You got a plan in place. Proper preparation prevents piss poor performance. Those are P's. I'm gonna get back to that in case y'all didn't catch it. I'm gonna get back to it. I wasn't ready for that bar. And then World War III, man. What is Biden getting us into? Let's get straight into it, man. Tory Meg, man, that had the internet. Twitter was going crazy. I just got on Twitter. Now, I'm still trying to figure it out. I only got one follower, and that's Mo. But I'm trying to figure it out. What's going on? That joint was trending.
I think I follow you too.
Oh, Z.
Yeah, man. You got 2 followers.
Yeah, Gary could keep that. Gary seen the news. He couldn't pick a side. Gary on that Meg something.
Yeah, right. Let me get an overview, man. Everybody knows, man, the Tory and Meg saga continues. This joint is going on for at least 2 years now.
A minute.
Yeah, with the shooting. Supposedly, Meg Thee Stallion got shot in the foot. And she told everybody all over the internet that Tory Lanez shot her. Academics recently came out and tweeted that the court documents said that Tory Lanez's DNA was not found on the gun. Right? Then Meg Thee Stallion went crazy. Oh, y'all trying to play me. Oh, y'all want to do this. Nobody wants to believe black women. Oh, academics don't know what he's talking about. Oh, they trying to run a smear campaign. All of this. Academics deletes the tweet. And then a couple hours later, he comes back and retweets saying that the DNR or the DNA found on the gun was inconclusive. Inconclusive. So that they couldn't determine that the DNA was Tory Lanez or not Tory Lanez. So, this was big storm. Everybody's been waiting for a verdict. Man, what's your thoughts on this whole situation? Do you ever think we're going to know if Tory shot Meg?
I think they're going. I don't know. It's hard because it's just it's such a weird situation. Because it's just she's just so it's like she sent text messages between him and her, which is clearly wasn't about the gun. It was clearly about him messing with her friend and she getting mad.
She tried to say that she
tried to use. I'm like, that's the worst thing to use because the way he was saying it wasn't it could go both ways. It could be
who would text you if they shot you? Who's texting you the next morning talk about I'm sorry for the way things went, yo? If you shoot somebody, you're not texting them talking about I'm sorry how things went.
Especially if you're trying to you might have a case against you.
For real.
Right.
That's
I feel like you're never gonna know. This is like there's no like video, or I mean, I guess somebody's got to come out that's like neutral and just like be honest with it. It's like one person's word against the other, and everyone. I mean, obviously, like Tory's boys are gonna say that it was never him, and then Meg's like friends are always gonna say that it was Tory.
But you gotta remember,
shade room too.
Yeah, you gotta remember, Meg got a machine behind it. Tory's independent, right? So they really capitalizing off this black girl magic. Protect black women.
Right.
There's a whole wave going on, and Meg been racking up the awards and stuff, man. We all know Meg don't deserve none of that.
Right.
Grammys and awards and all of that. I mean, but like they really capitalizing on taking the black man down. That's all I got to say. But there's a lot going on. Like what Z was saying, like there was no video, but there was only 4 people in the car, man. There was the security guard, there was Meg, there was the best friend, and there was Tory, man. You haven't heard nothing from 2 people, the best friend and the security guard. And Tory cannot speak because they got a gag order on him. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to let it play out in court. There's a lot of information coming out. Like and also Z, there was an eyewitness. So like there was a news article that came out a couple weeks ago saying that, the eyewitness heard somebody say dance, B-word dance before the gun was shot. But then the next day after that, the eyewitness said that the blast that she saw was closer to the best friend than was to Tory. So, I mean, there's a lot of information coming out. It's all jabbered up. The best information we heard so far is that, Tory's DNA was inconclusive. They were inconclusive in finding any results on it, man. So, Meg's putting up a hard case for herself. And a thing in our live stream, she said, "Oh, he shot me," but then she turned around and say her back was turned. So how he shot you if his back was turned? If her back was turned, man. I mean, it's so much going on. She's just making the job harder for the prosecutor. Personally, I feel like Megan Thee Stallion just trying to win the case in public opinion because poor Tory Lanez been fighting for his life these last 2 years. I mean, you listen to that Daystar album, and he talks about all the stuff that he lost and opportunities and everything coming from this. I mean, like we all can attend. Like Tory Lanez was at the top of this game before this joint happened, The quarantine radio had everybody up and joining. And it's like went from breaking Instagram live records and all of this quarantine to being like public enemy number 1.
Right. That's the thing too. Like you say, you got the agenda against them, and Meg got the whole team behind it. But I'm like you was saying, it's like if the gun came back inconclusive, like I guess they're just going by. I mean, they know more than me in terms of like determining the case. But it's like, what can they really get them on if it's, the DNA inconclusive? You can't go by he say, she say. You know what I'm saying? That's our best friend. But like you said, nobody really saying nothing. Did the best friend
ever come out and say who she thought? I mean, I know Gary said that both of them haven't really said anything, but the best friend, has she made a statement at all yet?
Nah, so you got to think about it. Like, say if Tory didn't shoot her and the best friend shot her. Right now, Megan Thee Stallion is not suing Tory Lanez. The state of California has taken the case up against Tory Lanez. So it's of no benefit for her to come out and say anything. You know what I'm saying? Because then she's putting herself in a line of fire. You see what I'm saying? So really, Tory's keeping it real and protecting maybe a guilty black lady.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But man,
I'm like, it's when they really going? What they So if he gets convicted, what's the amount of years it's talking about? I know for a celebrity, that's always over exaggerated. Then he ends up getting like 6 months probation or something like that.
Yeah, with this case, Mo, I'm gonna keep it a stat. I think the jail time is insignificant into the deportation because Tory Lanez is not a U.S. citizen. You got to remember that.
Oh yeah, that's
he from your dream town, the 6, as they say in the streets. The 6. He's from the 6. So I think that those after the jail time, if any, the opportunities that would be taken away from him from not being able to come to the States is inconsequential to the jail time. You know what I'm saying? Being able to come to the States and travel and book shows, and you know what I'm saying? People don't realize that the Canadian population is not really that much compared to US population.
Right. We'll see what happens. That's the whole situation. But I can't wait to see how it play out. You know what I'm saying? Because people, like they did with the one situation with the OTM rapper, before anything even came out, you know what I'm saying? You had women going crazy judging.
Nah, no, that joint with Duty, what was his name? That joint was wild, yo.
I'm like, yo, and she ended up lying.
That's where a certain class of women you gotta leave alone, yo. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it, yo. It's not worth it, yo. What he had to go through, I don't even mess with OTF, but what that dude had to go through,
nah, and it killed his image. Even if he won a case, it still killed his image. Like, even if Tory won a case, it's gonna kill his image. That's the worst thing about it.
And let me get into that next. With this Tory Meg situation, it's like people like, you might think I'm against Meg. At the end of the day, something happened to Meg. We wish her a speedy recovery. Do I think she got shot? No. Maybe something else happened. She has some kind of injury to her ankle. But like the way that Meg's team has positioned this, there has to be a winner and a loser. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It can't be like, all right, we're dropping the case. Like the way the case has been spun and you going on live saying he shot me and all of this, like it's positioned where either Meg's going to be the winner or Tory's going to be the winner. And there's no situation or circumstance where it's just going to be like, all right, you shake hands and we both go our separate ways, right?
Right.
And that's kind of like the sad thing about the whole situation. It's like one side has to win or lose.
Do we know whose gun it is? Like who's?
I think they said it's the security guard. You got to remember, there was a security guard driving.
Okay.
I think it's not who was sitting in the front seat, but there was only 4 people in the SUV.
I mean, if the court really wants to know who, I mean, if you just gotta get that security guard, like he's just got to be honest. Like, this is my gun. Like, who took it? Who shot what? I mean, we won't know that about, but I feel like the court will just know through the security guard because he's just gonna have to give a statement on what happened.
Right.
That's where the truth is, I think.
That's a fact.
We'll see what happened with that joint.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What we got up next?
What's next? DaBaby.
Oh man, yeah. They going crazy with DaBaby.
Yeah.
DaBaby always finds something.
Yeah, he always finding a way to keep it relevant.
Yes, sir.
I feel like he's staying relevant for like being canceled or the wrong reasons. It's never something that's like something that's like he's him doing the right thing or something positive. It's like
it's the whole thing with the whole industry. You got to pick a Dirk and NBA side, NBA YoungBoy side. You know what I'm saying? DaBaby. You know, it's NBA YoungBoy against everybody right now.
Yep.
So DaBaby basically like, you know what I'm saying? DaBaby always on the bad side. So he's like, yo, let's team up like the Avengers. She's like, no. Talk about they got a collab on the way.
Yeah, DaBaby supposedly tomorrow morning, DaBaby and NBA YoungBoy are dropping a collab tape. You know, the industry's mad because they consider DaBaby a real N-word. You know what I'm saying? So real N-words don't mess with NBA YoungBoy, right? So DaBaby and NBA YoungBoy have a tape coming out tomorrow, an collab album, and you know the industry right now, like Mo said, is either you messing with Dirt or you messing with YoungBoy, and people are coming out saying that, oh man, that's disrespectful because allegedly King Von, Mo might know about this, but Von's supposed to have an album dropping tomorrow. I don't think anybody's checking for it personally, but
what it mean to be king like that.
Yeah, Von's supposed to have an album tomorrow, so it's like, man. So on top of you doing a collab album with YoungBoy, you dropping it on the same day at Von, so like you doubly disrespecting. So it's like a couple people reaching out. I think Boss Top was the initial person that made a post saying that, you know, oh, that's disrespectful. It's like you got to pick a side now. Like he's saying something like to the effect that Vaughn was better than both of them clowns or something like that. So it's like, man, they really putting the pressure on DaBaby because Baby's real main. I think Baby's like mainstream, right? So like they saying, you drop this joint, like that's solidified. Nobody on Dirk's side is gonna mess with you. You know, you drew the line in the sand. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, man, what y'all feel about that? I think it's goofy to be honest.
Yeah, it's good. It's like that dropping on the same day stuff is crazy, but it's like I think something gonna happen, and it's sad because like with the whole situation with Dirk, people allegedly run up on this house, home invasion. This NBA young boy and Dirk thing, like it's gonna be ain't gonna stop till like some blood drawing. You know what I'm saying? They both got their respective
blood
sides.
already been drawn.
Now I'm talking about like now, like from
one of them.
Yeah. Cause like the Quan, you can argue. Yeah.
So you guys are saying DaBaby is dropping an album with the young boy, right? And he's got obviously the whole, I feel like if the whole industry's like against him and the industry kind of doesn't, it's like tells you to pick sides between NBA and what's the other guy, Dirk. So I feel like him doing that is just like he's just trying to get, everyone already hates him or dislikes him, so it's just like, let me just pick the side that nobody really likes just to get, it's just to ride his wave, just so you can like maybe.
Yeah, that's why it is. I hate working with the dark side. Nobody really like DaBaby in the industry.
Yeah, that might be a fact too. It's like, all right, y'all hate young boy, man. It's not as much as I'm picking young boy's side as that. Like, I'm not standing for y'all trying to bully somebody or box somebody out. You know what I'm saying? So you know that's a fact too. But I think DaBaby don't have nothing on it dropping when Vaughn dropping. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, that's exactly.
Because you got to remember, like these release dates are put in weeks in advance, and labels really don't communicate that much. So it's not like Interscope is going out and being like, "We dropping on this date, reserve the date," and 10K Records is like, "Oh, they dropping, so we not dropping." You know what I'm saying? You pick your date, you drop.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm pretty sure Baby, Young Boy, and Vaughn and them not signed to the same management or same distribution or same label. So all them entities is not communicating to say, oh yeah, respect, I'm gonna step back a week or two.
Right.
You feel me?
That's all. Yeah, that's all it is. Yeah. They just like, and it's like, I mean, I think that was planned out. I'm gonna keep it real. It was. So? I think it was on the same time.
I mean, I'm not saying that it can't. It definitely can be.
Yeah, but they do plan it way before it.
But Mo, keep it a stack with me though. I'm not gonna lie. Until this week, this is the first time I heard about some posthumous Vaughn album coming out. How long have you been hearing about it?
I heard it for a while. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my!
I heard it for a while. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know why I asked you.
Because they was talking about in January, they was talking about February, and now they doing March. And then Dirk dropping the week after. We all knew Dirk was gonna drop it the same day as Kanye. Most Chicago rappers.
Is Dirk's drop date official?
Yeah, it's official. 150K.
I don't think he's gonna outsell Young Boy though.
He gonna get him. Gary Nevers.
We'll see. We'll see
about that one. What's next, man? That Donda 2, man. I didn't even hear it personally.
Yeah, you know, I don't know if we got much to talk about. Yo, Kanye was
really dropped. Like, I
don't know, yo. Stuff. The stream player, I was looking into it. I was like, do I want to get a stream player? That joint, it's like, it looked cool, but you know, I was seeing people like, it seemed like Kanye's songs are like perfectly mixed and mastered to fit like the chords of the stream player. But I was seeing people downloading other music and trying to hit it with the stream player, and it was kind of fuzzy and stuff like that, right?
Jeez, man.
I don't know, yo. I all I heard about was the song with Alicia Keys and Fabio.
And, City of Gods. That was a good song.
That joint was fire, yo. I'm not gonna lie.
But maybe you guys heard it through like a leak or something. You guys heard it through like
that joint came out this main distribution.
Oh,
that's on fire.
But everybody, so for the audience, Kanye made a big, huge announcement that Donda 2 would only be dropping via his stream player, which is a little like handheld device where you can mix and master songs and cut in and out the audio. You can speed it up. You can make clips. You can take the bass, you can take the instruments, you can take the treble and different sounds in and out of it. So it's like a little handheld, basically like almost like a little handheld studio that you can mix and master things. So he said the project was only coming out via his stream player, and you had to go and get it. But I think this is just going to be like under one, and there's going to be several listening sessions. And he's going to be changing the album up. So hopefully by the end, Donda 2 comes out on all streaming platforms.
And we can all hear it.
We can give a real review of it.
And that's the thing too. He tried to make the 222 day so bad. It's like, but my thing about it, like, of course I can't speak for artists because I'm not one, but it's like, I feel like as an artist, like, of course they got so much stuff going on. And I'm like, is it really that hard to like be on time with stuff? And I know, obviously for Kanye's, you got everything going on. But I'm like, you coming up, and of course they got ghostwriters, you know what I'm saying? Maybe not, maybe he writes most of his stuff, but like, how hard is it to make a song when you got months to plan for it? I don't know how it is. I always wanted to know that for artists.
You guys think that he's actually gonna eventually release it on Apple? Because he said he had an issue with Apple. Do you think he's like gonna?
And then his numbers messed up. What they said.
From my understanding, Act reported that like Kanye had $100 million deal with Apple to release the music and live stream.
I don't know how believable that is. I've seen it too.
Yeah, all of that stuff for Donda and the release dates and all of that. Right. So, Kanye, for a minute, right, since he's been on this ownership and masters, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, he even dropped his own contract, right, his recording contract, and was all talking about he's giving all the artists on Good Music, Big Sean, Designer, and all of them their masters back, and he's been on this fight supposed to be for creators and music artists and things like that, trying to get back to the people. So like, it looks like this is part of a bigger picture of Kanye trying to fight.
Right.
And then, he got his weekly episodes of the Netflix series coming out. So personally, I'm thinking all of this stuff is corresponding with that series, yo. I'm just thinking it's all a PR campaign, personally.
Right. That's true. Especially with him as divorce and Kim. But somebody said something real crazy. I was like with Kim, it's like, yo, you know how fed up Kim had to be. She got 4 kids with him and trying hard to divorce. You got 4 kids with the dude. I'm like, yo, Kanye must be crazy. Like,
but she knew that before, though.
But he did. The Kardashian too. We also like consider like, she's a Kardashian. She's not.
I think Kanye wants to be a biggest come up. So like from her to go to Pete Davidson, it's like, yo, Kanye, probably crazy.
But Mo, like, let me see, like, this is on a more Kevin Samuels type wave.
Yeah.
After the lady gets what she wants, like she got the fame. Right, she got the riches. It's like, what's next? Like that only satisfies you for so long. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I feel like a person like Pete Davidson comes in for like the adventure and that thrill factor, like the X factor. You know what I'm saying? It's like the security, which you provide, the comfort and all that is only going to keep a certain type of woman satisfied for so long before it's like, all right. But then it also, on the other hand, it could be like, man, what did Kanye do to mess Kim up?
Right.
What did he do? He did something crazy. You know what I mean? We never want to know. Supposedly the divorce is official. Yes. And Kim said she
dropped the West off her name.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. It's Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, so we'll see what's going on.
Like his PRs have it the worst, man. Like, or PAs or PRs, whatever you want to call it. he does so much like stuff that's so controversial. It's like they'd be having a field day just trying to keep everything together.
Yeah, man. Now they're going at Kanye talking about he dating some lady that looked just like him.
Yeah, I saw that picture that she kind of does, but it's like, yo.
I'm dying. Man, I'm pretty sure we go back. It's at least like every other episode we talk about Kanye, man. Kanye.
Yeah, I was thinking that because when we said Donda 2, I was thinking like, damn, we were talking about Donda 1 in the like fall time, and now here we are talking about Donda 2. Mm-hmm. Kanye's pretty much been in all of that most of our
Dang, Z, you got a lot of interference going on over there. The Drake beef, Donda 1, Donda 2, man, all the crazy stuff going on.
The thing with Kanye is like, and they both worth $1 billion, right? I mean, what they say about Kanye be lying about his net worth, though. Of course, he's worth like
a couple billion, though. They said
it's a couple of billion. It's gonna go up.
He was on a show. I watched a clip the other day, and someone says like, "Oh, you're worth $1 billion." He's like, "Excuse me, 10 billion." I was like,
I don't know about all that.
And he got his new girl to match Kim Kardashian and stuff.
That's a fact.
I'm like, whatever Kim be doing to these dudes, man, people need to stay away. Like,
and that Kardashian curse.
But like I said, he got 4 kids with her, so it's like, of course he's gonna go crazy, and it's just only worse that the media is on him every second of the way.
Man, what do y'all think about? Like, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this. I don't know if I have so much input on this or not, but saying that, Kanye abandoned the Black community when he messed with Kim, but now that she's keeping him from seeing the kids and all of that he wants to kind of play and pull them strings that, she's keeping a Black man away from her kids and all
I can see that. I can see that. But the thing about Kanye though is like, when it comes to the Black community and Kanye always been like he's always like ventured off to different things. So it's not like I guess the Black community will hold him accountable for dating who he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like certain rappers can get away with that. Like, we're not going to judge Lil Wayne if he dated like a white girl or something like that.
You already know, man. Wayne was dating all kind of crazy.
Yeah, he was. So it's like, but like if somebody like tried to date a rapper, it's like DaBaby was dating a white girl or something. Or like, I'm trying to think some big time like Jay-Z. Jay-Z dated a white girl, everybody go crazy. So like Kanye, I guess doesn't count. Like he's always in. We know how he is, but I do see him using that card like that. You know what I'm saying? She keeping a Black man away from his kids and stuff.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna go ahead, man. Kanye's saga going to continue. Most likely, we're gonna be talking about it on next pad. We're gonna go ahead and hit this next topic, man. This joint, since Joe Rogan stirred it up, man. Who can say the N-word, man? Who gets the pass? Who don't get the pass? Man, is we checking people? Is it free for all, man? What is going on, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, Joe Rogan, the big controversy happened with him using the N-word, hard ER. I mean, hard ER.
Right.
And then people seen Justin Bieber posts going around with a video of him saying the N-word. It's like, man, is we canceling everybody? Is we putting stains? Is that time limit? Like, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys answer this one.
You hear me? I got it in my headphones.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
I connected my headphones. So
all right.
No, that's crazy. It's like obviously nobody, but other than like say the Black race and stuff like that. But it's even more like skeptical. But it's like a light-skinned dad and a white mom, and they have a child, and it's super light skin. So it's like
like
you got somebody like him, it'd be weird. But obviously we all got like
you went on mute, Mo.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's like it's just getting crazy. Like people saying the hard ER and stuff like that. I think nobody can say it unless you from the say race with ancestors who've been called that word of slaves and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean the hard ER personally, I don't think it's acceptable from nobody, not even Black people. Right. Like I to be honest, like I don't really even know too many Black people that's saying the hard ER, yo. Ain't nobody's really saying that. And as far as like the cat getting out the bag, I mean, there's consequences for every. I mean, you got freedom of speech, but you don't got, freedom of consequences. I mean, if you want to say it, you can say it. There's definitely going to be consequences. The question I have to people is, why do you want to say it so much? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's certain words that I have no inclination of saying. You know, why do I want to walk around and saying some words? You know what I'm saying? It's just that's offensive to people and things like that. You know, like, I mean, I don't know. Personally, I think we should stop using it. I think everybody should stop using it. But then you get into the people that's have proximation or have proximity to Black people, like the Mexicans and the Latinos. Yeah, yo, it don't matter if you're from the hood or not, yo. There's distinctions to be drawn. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how I'm feeling about it. I don't think nobody should say it. White, black, blue, yellow, purple. But some people want to use it.
The thing that pisses me off is the people that like the thing that pisses me off is the people that was like or the white people that were trying to justify him using it, saying, "Oh, it's context" and stuff like that.
Nah, it ain't no context. To the hard ER mo, it ain't no context, yo.
The only context, like if it's a movie, like the Django or something like that, and still we're gonna look at the actor that's saying it like a little fun.
Leonardo da Vinci, man. Leonardo
I wonder how much they get paid to say that. I wonder how much they get paid to say that, because you got
yo. If you ready to stand on some principles and stuff, historical context or not, man, you bleeping it out.
Right.
Or you gonna get a voiceover.
Wait, did the movie bleep it out? I mean,
they said it.
Yeah, they said it. And it's like,
I feel like that's the word that we got to just leave in the past, just because of like the meaning and the context that it had in the past. We got to leave it in the past. Feel like
there's a whole bunch of other words I could say right now for other races that you barely ever hear, like for Jewish people, for Asian people, for all other kinds of people, like words that you barely hear that are derogatory. But it's like, do you want to say it? There's no, like, in normal conversation, it don't come up. It just seems like there's this weird fascination with the N word that is like, man, I don't know what it is. And most people don't know that the N word is actually in legislation and things. Like, at my work, I look at property records from time to time. And literally, I was looking at this church, and in the deed of the church, it says that you cannot sell this land to an N-word, hard ER.
Right.
In the deed, the government document.
That's crazy.
Of the church. You can't sell it.
That's crazy, bro.
Hard ER.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You can't sell it to one. You cannot sell the church to one of them. So, I mean, there's a historical, and in some cases, there might be a historical context, but you can easily get around that by saying the N-word. Everybody know what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it's like, it's crazy on that end, because like, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, oh, crackers just as offensive or something like that. I'm like, bro,
nah, yeah.
That means nothing. At the end of the day,
nobody was using that to oppress nobody.
Exactly. And it's not even offensive to them if you really think about it. It's just showing like, I know they'd be like, oh, we don't want to think about our past. Stop calling us that. But I'm like, yo, they really don't feel offensive. We call them that word. So it's not, and that's the thing too. There's no way to get back at them that we can say that can hurt their feelings. Because I remember being on Xbox back in the day. They used to say the N-word. I'm like, yo, we can't come back.
Metaverse, yo, that jump be going crazy.
I'm like, yo, saying that.
Let's go. What'd you say? We're gonna go ahead and hit this next topic.
Yeah. Now what they be saying in the metaverse, they be going crazy.
Yeah. Xbox Live, PlayStation in the chat.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
the little white kids, they like that's the trump card to be cool. Saying the N-word.
Exactly. Especially back in the day. Back in the day, they would say some crazy stuff. I remember some day I'm like, yo.
But next up, man, we ready to talk about this. Was hip hop artists income statements was saying like who was the highest producing rappers of this year. Jay-Z came in at number 1, producing $470 million. And Tech Nine came in at number 10, producing 25 million. But it goes Jay-Z, Kanye West, Diddy, Drake, Wiz Khalifa, Travis Scott, DJ Khaled, Eminem, J. Cole, Birdman, Doja Cat, and then Tech Nine as the top highest performer.
I want to know
I don't know if this list is real.
Do they do it from concerts, or like do they do it from just album sales strictly, or they can't do it from that because Tech Nine not making that much money off that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they might be doing it from albums, deals, distribution, splits, all. I think it's all of the above. But like you got to take it with a little validity, because what they're doing for one, they're doing for all. So if they're leaving something out, you know, they're leaving it out for somebody else as well.
For music, because you're telling me Jay-Z's making the most money off his music right now.
Nah, it's definitely everything, because I'm pretty sure Jay-Z is not making 430 million from music. You got to remember, Jay-Z this year sold Ace of Spades, he sold Tidal, all of that. From his cut, he's getting, I'm pretty sure he's getting a big cut from Tidal he sold. He sold Ace of Spades to Diageo, I believe. Like with Jay-Z, you know, I don't think this is just music. I think it's all encumbersome or something like that.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's crazy how poor Drake is. It's like,
Drake even commented on his joint. Yeah. Drake said 50 million. Yo, put the crying emoji.
Yeah, he definitely made more than that. I'm not even trying to like how much show. He definitely made more than. I mean,
but DJ some people on the list like 35 million for Khaled.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
Wiz,
come on, Mo. What is Wiz doing to make 45 million?
That's crazy. Maybe some like I said, made a marijuana, but they talk about hip hop.
Has Wiz even been making Mo? When is the last time you listened to a Wiz song straight up, yo?
Yo,
in high school, Wiz was popping, yo. But since then, I haven't checked for a Wiz song. I can honestly say since high school, I have never typed in Wiz Khalifa into any chat.
Yeah, it was all like a high school trend. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody was in high school at the time.
You know what he might be making hella money from though?
He's been working out.
That
he's trying to get
Fast and Furious song.
Yeah, you're right.
That joint,
See you again. Yeah, you know Wale was supposed to be on this place instead of Wiz.
Who? You said who? Wale?
Wale is supposed to be on that instead of Wiz.
Yeah,
Wale couldn't do it. I was like, he messed up.
I think last time I checked, that joint had over like 200 million streams on YouTube.
Crazy.
Yeah, See You Again. Yeah, I know that joint rocks.
All right.
See You Again.
You know how people be sentimental, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Now, anybody else? Yo, I'm surprised Doja Cat was the only female on the list. Y'all really think Doja Cat is banking it in like that?
Yeah, because she got the YT side.
I got a better question.
She got the pop side.
Yeah.
I'm done.
What'd you saying, Z?
I said, who is Doja Cat?
Doja Cat.
She's playing that cow song. I forgot.
Doja Cat's one of them people that take advantage of her blackness, yo.
Yeah, she do, because she's
like a rapper.
Crazy stuff back in the day.
She's a rapper.
Like videos of her saying she was like white people. I was like,
True.
She like one of them girls in high school. Everybody know somebody that in high school just like her.
Not the fact that she just ran a Moonstar.
Right. That's exactly what it is.
But not the fact that she was on there saying she don't like black people, that she was literally in a chat with all white supremacists, yo.
Right.
So, I mean.
I'm like, yo.
It's crazy.
That's the craziest part. I'm like, yo, that joke was crazy. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man, we're gonna see how this journey. I mean,
I thought J. Cole would have been on there. He probably made a lot of money on the side.
He was.
Yeah,
J. Cole was.
He was. Yeah,
J. Cole was number 9 at 27 million.
All right.
Kanye West at 250 million. Diddy was at 75 million. Drake was at 50 million. Wiz Khalifa baffles me, yo. 45 million. I can see Travis Scott at 38 million, yo. People be sleeping on Travis, yo.
Yeah, he do got that. Yeah, he do.
Yeah.
He got all the shoes, branding, all that.
Yeah. DJ Khaled, 35 million. Eminem, 28 million. That's probably all royalties. J. Cole, 27 million. Birdman, 25. You know he eating off Drake, Nicki, and Wayne.
All that. Yep.
Doja Cat, 25 million. And Tech Nine. I don't even know who Tech Nine is, to be honest.
Yeah, he like, I don't know where you know. That's why that list just sound made up.
It might be.
Ain't no way. Man,
well, we ain't gonna ponder on that joint too long. Let's go ahead and hit this next topic. We're gonna let you handle this joint. Now, what's going on with Rittenhouse, man? Rittenhouse got acquitted, man. Now he on the killing spree.
And what's the like? So he basically trying to sue everybody who was talking like against him, like call him a murderer and stuff.
Yeah, everybody that commented on him, I guess, said he was a murderer and all of that.
And how does that work? Like, I'm not familiar with the suing system, but like, what's his chances of getting anything?
I think it depends on the information they were saying. Yeah, I believe that he's suing on the grounds of defamation of character. So saying that you were saying information
like Cardi B had something.
Yeah, with Tasha K, that you were giving out information that was not true. But if they were reporting information that was widespread, I don't think he has a case. But I believe that's the angle he's going on, that you defame my character by spreading false information. But if you were spreading information that was
he's trying, I heard he was even trying to even sue Biden, but it's like it's funny because it's like he got away with killing somebody and now he's trying to like, you know, go above and beyond and trying to like, you know, abuse the situation that he got out of. It's like, yo, you shouldn't have even been in this place that you are at, and now you're trying to like abuse it by even trying to get more towards your side. And this, it's funny and sad at the same time. Like, what is he doing?
The worst thing about it is like the fact that he's like on camera happy and stuff. I'm like, yo, you killed 2 people. You know what I'm saying? Of course, like he had some downtime, I guess, whatever they say. But he on there laughing like, yeah, I plan to shoot all these guys, calling me a killer. I'm like, yo, you basically killed somebody. Even if it's justified or not, he's still a killer. LeBron didn't even say nothing crazy. He was just like crying like a little girl or something like that.
Yeah, saying he said used to be his favorite player and all of that. I mean, goodness. The whole Rittenhouse information, I mean, you know, we already handled this on the pod, but like, to me, the whole Rittenhouse saga is like, he shouldn't have been there from the jump. So that's how I approach situations. I like to go back to the origin. From the jump, you shouldn't have been there. You, in that state, you wasn't allowed to transport weapons across state lines and all. Like, from the jump, you didn't have nothing to do with protecting no businesses over there. You just shouldn't have been there. You know what I'm saying? If you were justified, if the court deemed you justified or not in that shooting, it doesn't matter because you shouldn't have been over there in the first place. But I mean, from all that, I mean, he's gonna put these cases out. Hopefully, these people that he's suing, you know, were just saying information that was widely available at the time, and you know, it's not really no defamation of character because they were only reporting information that was, you know, publicly available for consumption. You know,
for the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like, we'll see what happens. Like, I don't know. This is crazy, you know what I'm saying? And the thing about him too is like people know he makes black people mad, so they try to that's like their scapegoat to like piss us off. They're like, oh, he's you know what I'm saying, self-defense, all that stuff. But we'll see what happens.
Yep. Man, next topic, man. Recently, I don't know if y'all been aware of this or not, but there's been a string of bomb threats targeted HBCUs. For those of you who don't know what HBCU mean, historically Black colleges and universities throughout the South and the East Coast. Man, I'm talking about all kind of colleges have been targeted. You know, they're calling in bomb threats, you know, interrupting campus activities, classes, and all of that. And the thing is like, this is not really a mainstream story. It's not too many outlets reporting on this.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not really hearing about it like that too much.
Yeah, from the information I got right here, it's saying like Alcorn, Jackson State, Morgan State, Compton, Howard, Xavier, Edward Waters, Toulouse.
Right.
Like it's literally a list of like 20 HBCUs where bomb threats, like people have called in saying that the university is going to be blasted up to shreds, have been requested. And from what I've heard about it so far is like they're investigating, they're trying to see what's going on. But these joints started at the beginning of HBCU month. So like most likely it's a group of kids getting together, try and do some kind of prank and all of that kind of goofy stuff. But, something that to be taken seriously, and that, as we got to bring to the people, our viewers' ears, that, this nonsense is going on.
Right. And it's crazy. I'm like,
the reason for it, like what they were trying to get at.
Nah, I mean, it's just one of those things like in the last couple of years, I mean, I think everybody would agree like racial tension has just been growing. So,
yeah.
Black History Month starting for people that are against the black race and all of that kind of stuff. I just think it's just another way for them to, stir the pot, essentially.
Right. Try to make things interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm barely even hear about it. I heard about it once, but I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, too much. It's like, it's a lot of people trying to keep it on the DL.
Yeah.
Man, I think we got one of the biggest topics next.
Right.
Bring the mic a little closer to me. This is all way too important, man. What is your retirement plan, man? How do you plan to make it past the time you stop working? Man, what are you doing now to secure your future? You always got a plan. They said health is wealth, but money is wealth at the same time, man. What are you doing so that you're not working yourself to the bone at your later ages in life, man? Let's go around. Mo, let's start with you.
Yeah, me, it's like, you know what I'm saying? With the military, I'm already 8 years in. Time flew by. I got 12 years left to retirement. And like, I've been off for probably about like 2 weeks now. And just I realized how much I hate work. It's like, I got to go back in tomorrow to do some check-in work. But it's like, I realize how much I hate it. And it scares me to like have to work until like I'm 60 or 70, or just work until I'm super comfortable. You know what I'm saying? With all these like, they got all these like investments you can make where they pay you out. But I don't want to depend on that. I want to have like comfortable money, so I won't have to be worried about losing it. Mm-hmm. So my investment retirement is just like, once I retire from the military, you know what I'm saying, finesse disability, I get both of those, and then like become maybe like a barber.
Hey,
like try to get
to cut that out.
Yeah.
That's it, boy. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. I gotta finesse it. Like, nah.
Man, yo, you gotta cut that.
They don't know what that word is. Like, nah. But like, I'll probably once I retire from the military, get that check, try to be like an NFL scout, just be a barber, something chill that I actually enjoy. That's the problem with most jobs nowadays. I don't think nobody actually enjoys their work because it's so hard to get to something that you enjoy and make money off of. People think it's so easy, but I'm like, nah. Like I have so many people in cybersecurity and stuff like that too. Like, people don't realize you gotta be born to like that stuff. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Trying to learn it after you just hear about the money, it's like, yo, it's boring. It's not going to interest me and stuff like that. So that's mine. Just a barber and an NFL scout.
Johnny, man, what's your retirement plan, man? What you got planned for the future?
They hit on.
I can get now. So I can like find investments, whether that's like finding a business or something that's gonna just like, pay me without me having to work. All right. Like after I've had enough and I'm able to invest into a proper business that's gonna pay me enough. So I don't have to work. I mean, of course, like, 401ks. I mean, you're gonna have all that and retirements and stuff, but I feel like having a business, something that's gonna pay just as much as you were getting paid while you were working, is just as important.
Right.
That's a fact. For me, man, I got the whole plan, man. We got a master plan out here. the whole thing, man, you want your money to work for you. So, personally, my job has a pension plan. So, you take advantage of the pension plan.
Right.
I contribute to my 401k. Outside of that, I have a Roth IRA I contribute to. So that's other than the pension plan, that's two more forms of income. You have Social Security income that you're paying, that you would be receiving, Social Security benefits that you've been paying into over the lifetime that you're working. Then outside of that, it's about obtaining assets and investments, as far as investing in stocks or investing in real estate, cryptocurrencies, things of that nature to accumulate some wealth that you can comfortably stop working and, not make any major alterations to your lifestyle, right? So it's good that, we're all of a certain age and we're thinking about, the future. Most people retire at 65, but, that age has been steadily increasing and increasing as most people are spending the amount of money that they make, they're spending. So, $1,000 before you're 25 is $10,000 to $15,000 by your 65. I feel like if that message was preached to a lot of people of our age, that they would really realize that the importance of investing and saving for the future. Skipping, man, you can skip that meal out, man. That meal you skip out today is 10 to 15 meals in the future. You know what I'm saying? You can treat the whole family then. You know what I'm saying? You be at a ball and grants. So like it's all about having financial literacy and education, and realize, I think I was reading a CNBC article that was saying that, by the age 30, you want to have one time your salary in savings. By the age of 35, you want to have 3 times your salary in savings. By the age 45, you want to have 4 times your salaries in saving. And then by the age of you retire, most people at 65, you want to ultimately have 10 times your salary in savings, right? So that's just a little like distribution for you to see of like, are you on track? Are you on track for your retirements and all of that? So, there's a lot going on. You want to continue. I mean, it's at the thing, like the younger you are, the earlier you start, the less you're going to invest. And like Albert Einstein said, compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world, man. But let me ask y'all this question. We talked about y'all plans, but how much money do you think you need to retire on? What's your goal? How much money do you think you need?
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like I get like anxiety with like trying to survive off like if I have like certain much amount of money trying to live off that. So it's like I think just that it's got to be so much for me. You know what I'm saying? Having a little bit will have my anxiety going crazy, knowing that it'll run out eventually.
So yeah, I feel like it's got to be something that's like consistently coming in. If you can't say a number, because I feel like you're kind of managing like, oh, I'm only going to be alive for 10 more years, 15 more years, or 20 more years, 30. But if you got something that's coming in consistently, that's why like businesses or any type of investment that's going to pay you back like over time as well. It's better, because if you say a number, like just like Anthony said, you're trying to like manage it. Oh, I got 10 years to like use this number up.
Right.
What if you live like 20, 30 more? Yeah. What if you live past that? So I think saying a number is hard. I mean, we all can give a number, but I feel like in general, you'd want something that's going to like give you something consistently over time in return.
Right.
For me, I can say I need over 3 million for retirement.
Yeah, exactly.
That's over 65. And personally, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not that hard to calculate. Like you can say, like from studies I've been seeing, the average person over 65 is spending $45,000 a year. You gotta remember, by that time, most likely your property's paid off. You got income tax, all you're paying, you got Social Security coming. All you're paying is your yearly taxes, income taxes on your property, right? based on your property's value, and you're paying food, just basic living costs, you know what I'm saying? So it's like from studies done, the average person over 65 is spending 45,000 a year, and you might want to double that just because you want to live lavishly, you know what I'm saying, keep up with the Joneses, etc. So me personally, I think I need 3 million plus, based on my current investments. We on track. So I mean, it's all about starting early. And like I said, $1,000 invested before the age 25 is 10 to 15,000 by 65, man. And if you want me to break the numbers down, just hit me up. We can go over it. It's a fact.
Yes, sir.
Man, last topic, man. What's going on, man?
Biggest one.
Is we going to doom soon or not, man? You know what I'm saying? Man, they said them nukes ready to drop. Putin said he ain't playing with y'all, yo.
I think now they just put I think Russia just got to like one of the nuclear sites.
No, for real. Man, they said there was a 40-mile brigade of tanks going over the pole, going to Ukraine. Man, what is going on? What's going on in Ukraine? I'm not gonna lie, man. There's been too many reports for me to keep up.
Yeah,
I don't know what is going on over there.
A lot of propaganda, a lot of what I'm saying. They say the ghost. Yeah, Ukraine got a ghost pilot.
Yeah, ghost pilot. Yo, they took out 6 people. I'm seeing footage and all. I'm seeing them posting footage from 2018, man.
Right.
Bombings and all of that from 5 years ago.
That's a lot of people taking advantage.
They showed this little kid trying to let you fight with the pick was from 2012. But no, the funny thing is, I was shouting to the Ukraine, like I feel bad for the people and stuff, but they like a lot of people like saying like Ukraine is basically like destroying Russia. But the thing about Russia, because like Ukraine is like such like close to them in relations, and like I'm talking about like how they look. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Russians living in Ukraine. Russians don't want to like destroy everything in that country. Yep. So they trying to like destroy like necessary stuff they need to. It's not like if they wanted to destroy everything, they could in a second. So it's like I think a lot of people talk about Ukraine like they like destroying the Russians. They're not shooting down 10 planes at a time and stuff like that. Like, nah, Russia's just trying to. At the end of the day, they want Ukraine for the resources, so they're not going to destroy something completely that got all the resources.
Yeah, man, I've been hearing a lot of stories as far as a gas pipeline was built to the sea. I mean, it's like, man, I don't know. At this point, with the fake news and all that, I don't know what to believe.
Right.
But from what I'm hearing, Russia is a large exporter of oil.
Right.
Ukraine geopolitically sits at a very key location to, I believe, what they call the Black Sea, which allows oil to be transported to the Middle East and to Europe. And the pipeline recently that was built goes through Ukraine. So I've seen some issues about the pipeline and the governments and all of that. So, and then additionally, I've been hearing also that during the Soviet Union times / Cold War, that Ukraine might have been a part of the USSR, right? Which was known as Russia, the Soviet Union. So it's like, man, like I'm hearing some stuff about a treaty, and that country joins the United Nations, that's breaking the treaty. I mean, I'm gonna keep it honest, man. At this point, I don't know what to believe. They're fighting. Whoever gonna win is gonna win, man. But one thing I'm saying is that they haven't been letting them African immigrants out the country, and that I think is messed up, man. Even if Poland wouldn't accept them into their country, you can at least offer them safe passage through the country. You feel what I'm saying? Like somebody's embassies can get on the phone and say, we can take them people, especially them women and children, from your country to our country. You know what I'm saying? So like, I really think that is a PR nightmare that's currently going on, and that they really got to fix that, because a lot of people was putting prayers and support up for Ukraine until, information started coming up with the racism and, them saying all Ukrainians got to board or / exit the country before people of other races, man, in United States, and not just in the United States, but worldwide, there's always been a hierarchy to class, and certain people have always been at the bottom of that.
Right. Where y'all think it's going? Like, I've seen one thing that was so funny to me, because I've seen this fake article on Twitter. They was like, yeah, the United States is currently, no, this is fake, but like, there's the United States currently sending special forces to fight Russia. I'm like, yeah. I was basically, what Russia said, if any country gets involved, it's gonna be World War III, basically. So basically, what y'all reporting, and everything they do is classified. That.
I think it's all in that agreement, like mutually destroy destruction.
Yeah.
Like, if one country is dropping nukes, all other countries that have nukes are dropping nukes. Like,
right.
And, at that point, we all doomed. Radiation.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah, so it's like mutually destroy destruction. We can conduct covert operations / non-nuclear operations, and we can do conquests like that. But at a certain point, it's like, are you going to honor the code, or are you not going to honor the code? And I mean, just seeing how this war is going in Ukraine and everything like that with technology, man. I mean, social media is changing. I've been seeing people on the Snapchat, man. The Russian soldiers were jumping out the plane, Snapchatting, making TikToks. They on Tinder, yo.
Yeah, I heard
they messing with the Ukrainian women. Like, it's this is like it's unprecedented, yo. It's crazy.
Because because they're just so close in relation. It's like I said before, it's like us and being in Texas. That is just so like people hyping it up to like where it's like, oh, Russia will destroy the whole country and stuff like that. But it's like the thing about it too, like a lot of people get excited for stuff like this. That's the saddest part. They get excited because they like seeing stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the end of the world type stuff, zombie apocalypse, stuff like that.
You guys seen the videos of like people just driving around that one city that just got like blew up? Like, so
yeah,
I don't know. It was like,
yeah,
I don't know what city it was, but they were just like, yeah, they just blew it up. It was like, what the heck?
I'm like,
yeah. So I mean,
we'll see where that joke gonna go. But I think something gonna happen crazy.
Like Gary said, there's a code. Like everyone knows. I feel like nobody wants to be the reason why a world war starts. But it's like I feel like Russia doing this. They don't want to start it. He's just trying to take as much advantage and trying to see how much like people are gonna allow them to push around without like doing something about it. Because even China said something about it. They were like trying to tell Russia to like cool it, like don't.
Yeah, because they're about to invade Taiwan and stuff. It was like, and of course, like all whole bunch of brainwashing. Like you actually citizens in Russia, they defend Putin to the grave.
Yeah,
and it's just like, you know what I'm saying. But it's like you looking in like, of course, that's the wrong thing to do. But it shows like people can be brainwashed. But at the same time, you talk bad about Putin in your country, you get arrested and stuff. So it's like, we'll see what happens. I think by the next time we do the pod, something else crazy gonna pop off.
Yeah, that's a fact. But one quick thing to throw in real quick, like you see the importance of like a world global currency such as Bitcoin in these times, yo, because the UN removed Russia from SWIFT, right? So that removes a lot of liquidity from Russian banks, and the Russian people haven't been able to withdraw their currency, and the Russian currency has fell by like 30%, since the war or invasion has started. So things like Bitcoin that allow you to take your currency all over the place and not be reliant on banks and go into the bank and being like, oh well, yesterday you had 10,000, now you have 7,000, and we're only going to let you withdraw $1,000 today, due to war-torn country. You know what I'm saying? So it's like things of that nature where you could have unlimited access to your money and things like that. It just improves the importance of those. And I think since the war started, you haven't seen a little bump in the price of Bitcoin. I've noticed that a little bit.
Right. Yeah, the bump. That's the biggest thing. I'm like, yo, it's gonna be crazy. I don't know what's gonna go on. We got sanctions. You know, saying Apple Pay doesn't work.
Wasn't I think the vice president or somebody was asking for like some Bitcoin. I don't know if it was like Bitcoin or Ethereum in terms of like payment and money to send to the government. They were asking for it in crypto. So
that's gonna be big, like universal currency.
That's a fact, man. But you know, we've been potting for about an hour now, saying we're gonna end this out. Any y'all got a message for the people, man, before we end this one out?
Nah, I ain't got one.
That's crazy, man.
We don't go into a world war.
Yeah.
Prayer is the best
day they can have it. Make sure you prayed up.
Always keep your eye on the vision, man. Don't let people deter you from your vision. You know what I'm saying? All things that are, I don't know what I was trying to say, but keep your eye on the goal, man. The eye on the prize. As you always saying, trust in your gut. Not everybody can see your vision, and you know what I'm saying, it only takes one in to believe into something great. So with that, we out. We're gonna catch up with y'all. We out. See y'all. Thanks for tuning in to Opinions to Million podcast. Please subscribe, like, comment, share. New episode dropping every week. You want to hop on the next one? Shoot us an email. Follow us on all social media at Opinions to Million. We out.